So today we're going to take a look at the song that I wrote, just fairly simple chords, but I took a little bit more complex approach in order to achieve like a jazz influenced sound. So let's take a look at the harmony and why I chose to write the song that way, to create that atmosphere. The whole song starts with a 2-chord chord progression. And I chose it that way over 11 years ago because I wanted to write something with a Lydian mode and also create this like a dreamlike atmosphere. And for that I decided to use the C major 7, which is close to the cowboy open chord that you already learn as one of the first chords. And then you just leave out the B string open. And then go to the B minor 7. And this idea came from the song The Moon and I, which was from Steve Vai's album The Story of Light, and that album itself had a huge influence on me. So I just wanted to have a little bit of like references in the early part of my career, and now I can't really hear a direct connection between those two songs. So C major 7 to B minor 7. And that's like the whole intro and verse for the most part. So you can just go to C Lydian to B minor. And even though it's the B minor 7, you can favor then the triad notes of that chord, or then go like B, let's see, Phrygian mode. So yeah, that's kind of like the chord and scale based approach. So just 2 chords first that are 4-note chords. But then I think things get a little bit more interesting because I wanted to go to a completely different direction. And at this point it's already important to realize that these 2 chords are like the 4th and 3rd degree of the G major scale if you harmonize the scale. I wanted to go towards a different center that is still in the key of like G major in a way, or a different area of G major scale. So I used as a pre-chorus the A minor 7 and then the D major. And by choosing the D major chord, I could have gone like a little bit more jazzier sound if I wanted to. So if I wanted to use the 4-chord approach, then the dominant 7 could have been the decision to take or make. And if I wanted to go a little bit more jazzier sound, I could have gone to the dominant 9 or 13. But I'd say it could have gone a little bit too complex way. And one of my key points in harmonizing things is to consider what serves the song the best. Sometimes it can be the simplest triad. It doesn't need to be 4 or 5-note chord. So here I just wanted to go to D major, because that has all the tension that it needs at that point of the song. And then we are going towards the chorus of the song, which is in E minor, and it's like the 6th degree of the G major scale, and it's the relative minor as well. So we're just going to E minor 7. and then to B minor 7, to C major 7, and again to D major, but I used the bar chord here in the 10th position. Because I feel again like this. These chords alone, I feel the emotion that is connected to the song. So that's why I don't think I need to color these songs either. They don't need more color than being played that way, like being 4-note chords. The only exception is still the D major chord. So the E minor 7 to B minor 7 to C major 7 to D major. And one thing that I just realized is that I didn't really want to play the high E string here with these chords, because I didn't feel like it was relevant to play. It was too much. So all the needed notes are here in the middle strings of the guitar. So playing the bass note and then the D, G and B string. But then again, it felt like the song really naturally came together once I again ended up that chorus with D major chord. And then went back to C major 7. But a little break here felt like a necessary thing to add as a transition to the next parts of the song. So again, like there is the second verse where I just used a different type of phrasing and also wrote a little alternative melody for that part as well. And I wanted to use this like, and a little bit of chromatism here. Those were the key points that I wanted to add, like towards the like Latin and bossa nova style that I'm a huge fan of, but I haven't really used as like obvious way. So this song was finally a way to like show that influence and how strong it was and still is part of my way of playing and style. There are some rhythmical parts of that like Latin influenced music in my songs, other songs, but yeah, that's a story of its own. But let's go towards the bridge section. I wanted to have a lot more emotion as this part, because I felt like it's the heartbreaking part of the song as well. So I started with the A minor at 9 chord. And this is like, this feels so sad chord to play as an open chord. And then one of my favorite open chords, the E minor at 9. And yeah, it was just as an E minor at 9. And I used the same approach here with these chords. To play all the relevant notes that tells the DNA of the chord and just basically loop around these two chords, this part of the song. So again, we went now from the C Lydian style to from that we went to E minor, and then now we're like A Dorian. But I wanted to write a really simple melody here. So this A Dorian type of field is again, yeah, there are options here. But yeah, I just wanted to write a little melody. At the end of the bridge, things start to get more interesting because once we are playing the 2-chord progression like this, it goes to B minor 7 to D major. So here the D major again works as the bridge to a next part. So the whole song is basically like relying on 2-chord progressions and then adding a little bit of chords to make the bridge to the next part of the song. And I think that's a really useful tool to use as a part of songwriting as well. If you want to create, I don't know, maybe a modal type of song. And here it felt like a really cool way to make a song that has a lot of emotion, or that's how I feel about this song. So my advice here is to recommend writing a song with just few chord progressions, because you may be surprised with the results. So thanks a lot for watching. If you haven't watched the video of Letting Go, please make sure to check it out. And I hope you found this video really useful, and hopefully see you on the next one. Goodbye.